What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Chopping It Up with P. I know y'all missed me. It's been a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, but we're back at it. We're back at it. I have a good friend here, Mayo. He's already been on the pod once. He said let's run it back, so running it back.
Sir.
Very interesting thing we have for you to talk about today. I'm going to start like this. All right. So if I'm being honest, so like, what was the Today, okay, let me say this. Today, we're gonna get into something everyone is addicted to, but nobody wants to admit, and that's social media. Obviously, to a certain extent. Um, so first of all, be honest. When's the last time you went a full day without checking your phone?
What did I check my phone? I wouldn't remember. I don't know.
You
Without
don't know?
checking my
Okay. I want
phone.
you to do something for me. Pull up your screen time right now for like 2 seconds, and I want you to tell me your screen time for this week.
So where is that? It would be in concentration right now. It would be in temp screen time. There it is. So there's the day. For the week, it is on 18 hours and 1 minute.
18 hours on your phone. What are you doing, gang?
I think in totality, that's a total.
Daily average?
The daily average
Yeah, look at your
is
screen time and it says daily average.
like 7 hours.
All right, I'm around seven. This week is 7 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, like 7 hours. That's not crazy.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that because I know some people were like 12 and shit. So, um, so we're gonna talk about today whether social media is actually helping us or quietly running, like ruining us as
Yeah.
as people. All right. So, how has social media actually helped you? Because I think this is the positive side.
I would say social media like allows you to connect with people in any forms of ways, Maybe even like networking, getting to know new people, and getting to see maybe what your peers are doing so you can get inspired as well. I say
Mhm.
social media helps in that like regard. So I guess that's a positive. You get to see what the world is doing, you're up to date. That's like an added effect of social media. You can build
Um,
connections, yeah.
Now you're right though. I think I think especially with the gram, I think we do such a good job of like I want to say selling, but we do such a good job of like presenting ourselves. Because
Mm,
like if you go to someone's page in their bio, you see where they're from, you see, probably like in the highlights where they've been. You see like also like the highlights of them. You know what I'm saying? So it gives you kind of like a professional, not professional, but I want to say it gives you like some information about them.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It gives you like a, not too background, but enough with social media. And like you said, we can use that to network. When you're a UGC, when you're a creator, like you get to network with that. You can definitely get to know people with that and have these different type of things. So I definitely think this is a good side to social media. I definitely think that it has helped us, you know, branch out more. When we're like very young. I mean, no, not like very shy, I would say. So do you think you could be where you are without it? Like, do you think you could take a break and like come back?
I mean, yeah, funny enough, I'm actually taking a break right now from Instagram. So, I mean,
And
yeah.
what led you to go into that?
But I didn't feel right. My purpose on being on the app didn't feel like what it was originally. It wasn't fun anymore. And it was like more so draining. It was more so, um, more routine. And I was like, why am I on this app? What am I doing? And like you said, the way you can present yourself, I'm just kind of like, so is everything I do just like to present myself? I mean, maybe my best self. Like, I don't actually care for, my media, like like personality or how I'm meant to look like with people that I don't really interact with. I think I came to the point where it's kind of like, okay, I have this.
I'm sorry. I want to talk about, you said routine, right? Why do you think that became a routine and your habit to be on the gram? Is it because you're bored or is it just because you want to scroll?
I think like when I want to scroll and like let's say like find funny reels, like yeah, like Instagram was calm, like
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I feel it's kind of like why do that? Because Instagram is more of a is a very versatile app. I don't think Instagram isn't like Snapchat. It's not like Twitter, and it's not like TikTok. It's different. You can do everything on it.
Hmm.
You have
Okay.
notes, you have posts, you have reels that you can find funny memes on, but you still have like highlights and stuff that you don't really have in any other app. You don't have highlights. Like you don't have like you pictures you like that you save and you put in a highlight so everyone can see. And it was kind of like I found myself, I'll take pictures, I'll post, and then like I put in my highlights. It doesn't really mean anything. Not saying like, but I'm like, but like, who is this for? You know, like yeah. Sometimes I'll go and I'll look at myself. Like, okay, that's like look at myself, but like that was kind of vain. So I'll be
Okay.
doing that. Like I'll see people's accounts. I'll go on their accounts. I'm just kind of like this is what I'm just gonna do. Like that's what I meant by routine. Like because it's like it just felt like a portfolio. Like you check people's accounts, whether you deem them worthy to follow or they deem you worthy to follow back or whatever. It's kind of like it just didn't feel real, and I just
Now,
didn't like that.
when you say deem worthy to follow, is it like once you see someone's account, like you see the followers, you see if they're cool, if they do cool stuff, and then you follow them? Or is it like, but it kind of, but if you think about it, that's kind of like a pedestal. Because I think, because I remember when I was growing up, I think definitely like in like a lower high school, maybe high middle school, like I see someone's account, I'll look at it, be like, huh, he plays football, highlights, da 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 da. His followers growing probably like 1,000, 2,000. I'm like, damn, okay, I'll follow him because like I maybe know of him or this and that, right? I think it's kind of, and then when I look at someone else's account who like who didn't really talk much in class, who wasn't really like known in the grade. They have like maybe 200 followers. And I'm like, fuck them, because it's like, but I think that's kind of like I won't say it's a pedestal thing, but it's you get what I'm trying to say. Like you look at these grades and it's like that's not real life though. You know what I'm saying? These people are still generally like um people at the end of that. I remember when we were talking, you said that like you looked at someone's Instagram and then you were intimidated. Remember that? So tell me more about that. Why was it like that?
Well, I guess and it's that whole like deem worthy aspect. Like I guess for me, I do like have some form of anxiety, and that's also part of the reason why I got off of like
Hmm.
Instagram particularly. Instagram was the one account that was giving me an anxiety. And it's kind of like I didn't like what it was making me feel. So like I would like see people's accounts. I'm like, damn, like would they even like this isn't like what they're posting isn't really real. So it's
Hmm.
kind of like what they're posting is or what the highlights, what their account is like the best of them, which is fine. Like people
Right.
have that.
But
Nothing
yeah,
wrong
because
with
you're
it.
gonna post your best stuff on
Yeah,
social
like
media for
nothing wrong
sure.
with that. But I'm like, damn, like, but I think of myself from a real life perspective. But I'm like, okay, would this version of them that they're portraying, would they like, would they be cool? Would they be able to like, would we have a casual, normal conversation with the version of myself that I know that's real, not the version of myself that's like on my Instagram. So it's kind of like even if I do follow someone and they follow me back, and it's kind of like okay, cool, but they only know me from what they're seeing, my best self, and it just wasn't something that was. It didn't again like my real self would feel intimidated by that because I know I'm not always looking like
But that's the thing.
good like
Why
10
do
out
we
of
feel
10.
intimidated? Because at the end of the day, again, this is a normal person.
Yeah,
I can go on someone's gram that have 5 million followers, or like whatever the fuck it is, or whether that's TikTok, whatever the fuck it is. At the end of the day, they're still human like you. They have to eat. They have to eat. They have to breathe. They have to, these things, do these things to survive. So why do you think like we put these things into categories instead of just thinking of it as like, okay, they're normal human beings. I know that you want the follow back. I understand it. I've been there. Like we want the follow back, the validation of the follow back. But you get what I'm trying to say?
yeah, I understand what you're saying. I guess I think it's just like just insecurity could be a reason why you'd feel like they wouldn't like follow you back. Because like I think people take that and mean, oh, they don't follow me back means oh they would never like me in real life, regardless of like this is regardless of gender anyways.
You're
It's
right.
kind of like oh they would never like be my friend or they would never be anything. Stuff like that. It's kind of like I was kind of like those thoughts just weren't based in anything that were real because I've met people I have conversations with them, and then we talk and exchange Instagrams after we have a conversation just casually. And I'm like, wow, maybe if I saw their Instagram first, I'll be like, nah, this person doesn't seem like how they were in real life. And that's what really just sparked that thing in my brain. It's kind of like how people are online or how people are in real life isn't how they are online. And I
Crazy.
mean that like even in the good ways, like people like you can have people that like you think, oh, they'll never like you couldn't have a real conversation with them, but you have one of the best conversations you ever had with them. And it's kind
For
of like
sure.
obviously looks can be deceiving on both parts, you know what I'm saying? So that was if anything that I kind of that was like a fault of my own, me trying to like be like me trying to project my own feelings onto their account. And it's kind of like I don't want to do that as well. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to like, get off because it wasn't real. And it was again, it's probably is my fault. Probably is like society, all that stuff. So it's kind of like all those things mixed into a thing of I this doesn't being on this app isn't fun anymore, you know. And when things are fun for me, I typically just stop doing it. I typically stop enjoying it until they become fun again.
Right.
So that's kind of like where I'm at with it, you know.
Okay.
And
Uh, what's what's the best thing social media has done for you? Think.
the best thing, well, after talking about the negatives, yeah,
Right. Okay, we're going. We got both. We got negatives and positives.
negatives and positives, yeah.
Positives for sure. I definitely feel like it has a sense of community because when you start, like I said, when you start somewhere new, whether that's a school, whether as a program or whatever, you get to see. Even now, like on the gram, you can put where you go to school. You can see everyone's stories. You can see who goes there, right, and stuff like that. I think there's a sense of community. It can bring a lot of people together. It can let you again. It can let you reach out. It can let you do that and do this. Now, first of all, do we slide into DMs? That's the other question. Because people kind of use that and be like, okay, let me start into DM this, let me do this, let me do that. There's obviously that like attraction part as well. That's both ways. But before, let me ask you this: do you slide into DMs, Mel? See, and I don't know why it's controversial because
Well,
I've
I'm on
said,
the app anymore, so I don't do
yeah,
that.
I
But
know, but
even
I'm
then,
just
not
saying,
really.
just in general, like I've said before, like it's not me for me. Like me sliding to you and shit and be like, oh, this or that, or liking this or that. It doesn't. That's not me. I rather if I talk to you in person, and then later I can continue the conversation. Okay, that's different. But the initial talking point of us talking for the first time forever is on the gram is crazy. I don't know how people do it, but I just can't fathom
I
like that.
mean, I know how people like I've done that before, but it's just like again, is like it's nothing, and that's maybe another point that I kind of saw like even though you get a sense of community, the way Instagram is like portrayed, like Instagram is literally like the best app in my opinion in terms of like everything culminating into one. Like I said, you have it's like X, it's like Twitter, it's
Mhm.
like TikTok, it's like Facebook. It's also like a dating app, and it's like it's probably the best dating app. You know, the more followers you have, the more traction you gain. Um,
But you can say the same thing with TikTok though.
I think it's the same thing with TikTok, but I think Instagram is because you have highlights. Like it's kind of I
Mm,
guess there's posts on TikTok, but because it's highlights and there's posts on Instagram, there's like you can see everything about someone. You can feel like you can know them without actually knowing them.
hmm.
With TikTok, not so much, you know, unless you're
Okay.
going to the reposts and stuff. But even then, on Instagram, you can see people's reposts. You can see who they're tagged in. Like you can see all these things, and it's just kind of like it just becomes too interpersonal when you have people that follow you that you don't even who you like you're even close with.
Right.
And that's part of the reason I feel like the type of person I am. I don't like having people who have like some access to me because I'm very like
Private person.
secluded. Again, like not that many people I actually like talk to on a daily basis. So like even on like weekly basis, like very few. Those are my real friends and people I talk to anyways. So it's kind of like to now have people who like I follow, they follow me back. Even from my perspective, I want to know how they feel. It's like they see all these things about me, but it's like you don't really know me. And it's
Yeah.
just that's kind of how, of course, there's way more things, but that's kind of felt like, again, the people having this type of access to me that like I don't particularly find fun.
But that's why I said though. That's why I said like those mutuals. That's your friend, right? Those
Mm.
in those lives in your stories. You know what I'm saying? Like again, that's the way you take it though. I think we've done such a thing with social media because obviously like it helps us. It helps creators. It helps people build fan bases. But they're like I promise you, like probably more than half of those people, they probably don't even run their own Instagram. But that's also a reason that they think the way they think because they're not on social media like that. Well, I mean they have them, but that's more of the probably the publicist or something running it for them. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a way to like keep your have your
Yeah.
head level headed. And another thing is to deactivate it like you did. You know,
Yeah, I
um,
mean, I was actually talking to my cousin about that. He said, of course, like, the easiest solution is be like, follow people who only follow you back. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. But I guess maybe I'm like a little bit of an extremist. I would just rather just get off it entirely. Obviously, the other reason I want to get off anyways, beyond just like followers and mutuals, people are like, that's just like I don't really care. Like I have people who I know follow me, I have people who I know I follow that we don't even really talk at all. So it's kind of like okay, like that's actually not deep. You know, you can see people in real life, dap them up, blah blah, like how you doing? Have those normal conversations. Then he's like, you like their post, maybe you repost. Like they're not like no, they're not friends, but it's like
Yeah.
again, like they're like people you're cool with, and you could be friends with them if anything happens, but like have that connection. So that's like an added benefit. That's the reason why I didn't delete my Instagram because it's like I feel like deleting it would have just been so pointless. I would have gone too far. Like right now, I'm like, it's just off my phone because I thought I was addicted to it low key.
Hmm.
All that. It felt like a day and a half. It felt performative, or maybe I felt like I was being a little bit more performative, and I didn't like that. So I feel like when those three things stop feeling real for me, that's when I'm gonna get back on it. But you know, when things feel fun again, I'll probably get back on Instagram and just do whatever I want with it. I'll probably start posting whatever. That's for me though.
Have you ever compared your life to what you see online?
Oh yeah, who doesn't?
Mhm.
Of
Right.
course, that insecurity, that jealousy, but not jealousy in the sense of I want what you want and I hate you for it.
Hmm.
Maybe of some damn, I wish I could have that, and then you feel bad. But then I start realizing that again, not saying none of this is real in the sense of what they have is real. I mean, none of this is real is like you're seeing it through a phone that's pixelated, bro. Like
Right.
once you close the app, that shit
Mind you, it's
doesn't
probably
act.
edited
Yeah,
too.
yeah. When you like close the app, that shit doesn't really matter. You
Yeah.
know. So like, just focus. Okay, use that if you want to see. Use that as a motivation to grind on what you want to have for. You know what I'm saying? Don't like. I think that's one thing. I don't think I can ever have vanity. Like I'll actually never hate someone for having something that I want. I would just be like, okay, it's possible. Like you can get that.
Right.
And closing the app, deactivating the app, whatever, just makes me want that even more, like drive for whatever that may be. But
But
like,
and like you said, like comparison is the thief of joy, right? You compare yourself to what this person is doing right now or what they have accomplished, right? Again, that's a thief of joy. That's you like I guess, the way God wanted it to work out for them is, it worked out for them. That doesn't mean it's not gonna work out for you, what
yeah,
if you really want to do it. It
yeah,
just means that, like you're just gonna take more time, and that's okay. You can't if you compare yourself to everyone, it's just kind of becomes like blah. Like what what I'm saying? What about you? Like
yeah,
what have you really like accomplished?
exactly.
You know what I'm
You
saying? And there's
never,
no benefit to that. You want something, you work for it. It's simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And that's in the timing that yours is gonna. You just gotta have faith that it's gonna happen, and that's in your timing. Um, yeah, keep going. You know
yeah,
what
and that's why. And that, I guess one of the positives I will say about Instagram, like you see people like any social media, you see people's skills or what they can do, and be like, hey, I can do that. Like, why can't I do that? Maybe you may not get that like the likes, followers, blah blah, but I'm like, why not try that? Like, I've certain things that I think I'm gonna start trying soon,
Yeah,
and
there's very creative people. Even on
yeah,
TikTok, like bro, like not there's people, bro, like there's this guy who just eats. He goes and like buys like the whole menu and he eats it. The fuck does that? He does it. He gets, you know what I'm saying? It just it's look. It's not like, oh, like we all can eat, but it's like, how does he eat so much? And it's kind of like when you look at it, you go through his page, like, what the fuck? He keeps doing this shit. He keeps doing this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I say get
Um,
likes and views and all that stuff. Like,
yeah, and then it's like, this is what just like it kind of shows you that like not all of it is like the dancing or the PR and the bullshit. It's real shit. People just like real shit. People just like looking at real stuff sometimes, and you know, that is what it is on that. You know what I'm saying?
just doing what you want. Like,
For
that's
sure.
the thing with social media. When you
Something they can
realize that,
relate
yeah,
to. Stop with the like, the such straightforward. No, something they can relate to. That's really what it is. Yeah.
me too.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying? Do you think social media messes with people's confidence?
if you take things if you take things in a negative way and then spin it in a way that makes you feel less about yourself, then yeah, you can. If you see someone have maybe a collab with a brand and you're like, wow, why do you have a collab with a brand? You don't even know this, blah blah. It makes you feel less about yourself because kind of like, how could he get and I don't? Then like maybe the work that you've been putting in just makes you feel like you just feel like there's no point. Then you just start feeling less confident in yourself. But look how many like holes and how many loops you had to go through to get to that
Exactly.
conclusion.
You don't
Like
see that. You only
it's
see that.
again, it's such nonsense. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying
it's
though.
not real. Not seeing that, of course, is the ideal thing, but I guess training your mind to the point where that doesn't even like cross your mind. Like generally now, I just like now, even though I'm on Instagram, I see my friends, they have something they post, blah blah, I repost. I'm like, good shit. Like to me, man, I just see good like, good stuff. I don't see it as me being jealous. I don't see it as me caring. I don't get jealous anymore. Like I think that's one thing. Like I've only been off Instagram like maybe almost a week. Nothing, nothing deep. I don't think I'm that deep of a guy. But definitely, it's kind of like the pauses is kind of like I only deal with what's real now. At least for me. I mean, I'm still on TikTok and stuff, but I deal with what's like real, like in front of me. I'm definitely more present and laughing. It's kind of like when my friends succeed, I'm happy, good for them. When people I don't even know succeed, I'm like, good shit. Like this is good. Like this good stuff. Thumbs up. F's in the chat. Like respects. That's what it is. Like I just have like a certain respect for people now. Like I just see people and like I
Like,
respect you.
yeah, Jala, because I remember first deactivated. I mean, I deactivated in the first place because like I needed to lock in on the pod. You know what I'm saying? I needed to, be present when I'm doing because I felt like, like I just get sidetracked on the gram and TikTok, whatever. But if I'm being very honest with you, if it wasn't for this, I don't think I'd be on the gram. Like when I get to where I want to be with this pod and stuff like that, I'm interviewing this and that. I'm gonna just, just let my publicist or whatever just run my pace because it's like I like what I do.
Mm,
I like talking. I like to pick people's brains about different things and like see how they react to things, how we can have engage in a conversation and be real with each other. I rather just focus on my content and then just let the PR handle all my other stuff. That's the way I'm right now. If it wasn't for the pod, I wouldn't have the gram. But I'm doing this because it's going to get me somewhere to where I want to be. Then when I am where I want to be, then I can disconnect. For me,
yeah,
you get what I'm
I get
saying?
what you're saying.
What's something fake that people don't realize is fake?
What's fake we don't realize is fake?
I'm gonna say this: when we go on trips, those cars, rentals.
Don't fucking kill me.
Look, listen, even those celebrities, like you think, like you can tell, like bro, let's look at this. Let's say a celebrity lives in Atlanta. He goes to Miami, bro. Come on. There's no way he drove all his car away in Miami. He probably has a Benz in ATL, but in Miami he rented one. So it's like again, and sometimes like even with just normal people, like we'll be driving like let's say we're driving like a Cybertruck. So we got a chance to drive a Cybertruck. We'll take a picture of the Cybertruck, say the wheel and stuff. Oh yeah, they're like, oh yeah, look, he's driving a Cybertruck. He must got bread. Nah, just just rental for every day. So
Yeah, I mean, okay, I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, that could be fake. I guess for me, it's not more so like that's why I guess if I'm going out on trips and stuff, I like to do things if I am posting afterwards, just so I can review whether like I actually enjoyed it. If I don't enjoy something, I would never post it. I post food I enjoy, I post songs I like, things I
yeah,
don't like, I do I will never see them. I only post I like if I see if I like a picture of maybe me and a friend, like I'll post that. If not, I'm like unless the friend tells me not to post it, like I won't post it. But it's kind of like I guess to me, maybe what's fake, maybe people's like
but sometimes you're like you won't post it because like some like people might react to your
in a
smile,
certain way. Oh,
right?
yeah.
Think that's like the stupid smile, or like, oh, you may feel like you look good in this picture, but you think in someone else that looks at your picture and be like, oh, he don't look that good, or like it's this or it's that. You know what I'm saying? And look, we can translate this back to like girls and guys though, because like there's times where like you fuck like you kind of like talking to someone and you fucking with them, and then you post something just for the intent of them to see it. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing too. Then it's like if you enjoy again, you're not doing things that you want to do for you. You're just doing it for just for them. You know what I'm saying? It's like you feel me?
Yeah,
It,
yeah,
we've all
I
been
feel
there.
you.
You know what I'm
We've
saying?
all
So it's
been there,
like
yeah.
we've all grown from that. For me,
Yeah, definitely. I think yeah, definitely I found myself doing that for a little bit. Then I stopped. Then I just started doing whatever I want to do. Like the type of person I am, I'm very spontaneous with when I do things and how I do things. Like if I'm posting, it's very like it's very like post, then I'm just gonna stop and for
yeah.
a while. Or like it may be erratic, post up. Like you just never know when it may happen or not because I just post when I feel like it. That's the thing. and I have to keep doing that. I do things when I want to. Of course, like the things that don't matter, like the things that do matter, you have to do them even when you don't want to do them. But things
Right.
that don't actually have too much, that's why I think Instagram I didn't care too much. Cause I could just, if anything, even if I deleted my account, thank God I didn't because like I don't like I still like my
Yeah, it's never that serious.
that's serious. It's just still like I'll probably just make a new one and just do what I want there anyways. Like I told my friends, hey, this is my new Instagram, like tag me, whatever. Like people know me. Like, you know what I'm saying, but it's kind of like it was one of those things. I will say though, back to your question and one thing that people may be fake that I don't know is fake. I think I actually just kind of answered that question because I guess I don't do anything that requires me to have like things that are fake in the background, or I don't know people who would do those things. Like I don't think I'd post something and worry about if somebody likes it or not,
Hmm.
because I'm pretty sure the people who I follow, right? Like who am I like, or maybe on my second account when I post, the people who I'm following,
Hmm.
they will like what I post. And I don't mean that in like a vain way. I mean that
Yeah,
in like a way like like I just trust what I post is gonna
I
be
think that's the
good.
whole purpose of a Finsta,
Yeah.
though. I think the whole purpose of a second account, the Finsta, is just to have like those people, and this is where it kind of gets a little janky. The purpose of a Finsta is just to post. Like, you have your main, then you have your second account. Your second account's for you to post whatever you fuck you want to post at the any time of day and night. The people that you let in there, I feel like I take it more serious because I post a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they may be vulnerable, sometimes they may be not be vulnerable. But regardless, I choose who sees that. That's why it's private. You know what I'm saying? There was an instance not too long ago where I posted something and then someone reached out and they were like, "Oh, I saw you posted this, da, 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 da." But I know that person don't follow me on that shit. Who the fuck is taking shit from my gram and so like you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you feel me? That's what's private for a reason. Again, I'm not saying like why the fuck do you care? I mean, I care to a certain extent because fuck's my account full. I'm posting all that shit.
Yeah.
It's weird. But again, I think that goes back to like people see what we want them to see. You know what I'm saying? You know,
So you have a Finsta because you want to post like the things that you don't want everybody seeing?
I think you have a Finsta because it's fun. Everyone has a Finsta because it's fun. We get to post whatever we want, free of judgment, because I know you're made.
My Finsta wasn't well isn't my well it's not there, but my Finsta isn't private, so people can see I don't follow my
It's,
Finsta though.
your critics is private.
No, it's not. It's public.
It's
You can
public.
you can follow it. It's public. Anybody like anyone can see that. I guess that's funny.
It's probably because you only want to select the amount of people in there because you fuck with them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? To a
that's
certain
true.
extent. You know what I'm saying? It's not like someone that you just met, like, this probably this semester. Nah, you gotta get to know them
You
for shit.
know what? I think I get that, but I feel like I did feel more liberated having a Finsta because my Finsta is public, and I want to say use Finsta. My second account is public because I am posting things that I wouldn't post there, but it's just maybe like no, I guess it's just pictures that maybe like I just wouldn't post my main. But it's kind of like I am using my second account in a way so my first account becomes obsolete. Like if magically I got more followers on my second account, I would just not use my first account anyways. Like the only difference is it has my name. That's the only difference. To me, that's the only difference. I've seen number of posts, but it's kind of like my second account. I have more like I have more stuff in my feed that actually like memes, learning stuff, like educational stuff. I think that things that like actually like gave me motivation that made me like actually like think like stuff that maybe like oh yeah let me get off my bed and do some stuff like things I actually like seeing. Versus my main account was kind of like at least my feed was kind of slop like memes and funny stuff that I'll laugh at, but it's kind of like yes it's funny, but it's kind of like
Way more stuff on your second account because again, you're doing what you want on it. On your
yeah exactly
first, it's
doing what I
more of
want.
like, okay, you might post every once in a while, you might repost your friends that got offers or like
Exactly, yeah.
it's still very generic on your first. And then on your second, it's whatever the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, okay. So this is things we gotta admit though. Tell me if I'm wrong, okay? Checking who viewed your story. We do that. Sometimes we post something for that person to see because we want them to see it. It's happened. Hey, look, when I was younger, I had a Snapchat story.
Yeah, Snapchat private
I,
stories,
I
damn.
literally made a whole Snapchat story and put that one single girl in that joint. Only for her. It's crazy. We're young though. We're young bucks.
We
I
were
remember,
young bucks.
you know what I'm saying? This is shit we did when we were young though. You feel me? So checking who viewed the story for sure. That's something we gotta admit though. You know,
That
so
yeah, I've done that before. I've done it anymore though. I think I stopped doing that around a month ago. Around a
right?
month ago,
You know,
I only stopped doing that because,
I know what you're talking about. It's
but I
cool.
stopped doing that because I wasn't even posting it that much anymore. Like
Hmm.
I was at there's nothing to view. But I was posting kind of like leave anything. Again, what I'm posting isn't anything deep. It's just like pictures of me and my friends doing fun stuff. So it's kind of like I don't really care who sees that. Now, if I post something that's kind of like real, like if I'm talking in my if I'm talking in my friends only or something,
Hmm.
then I'll actually see who views it because I want to see who I can engage with it, like who I can like and people respond and blah blah. But even though I don't really care who sees it, you know.
For
So
sure.
I guess it depends.
Stalking someone's page. I mean, we've all done this, right? Before we send DM, before we have the follow button, we like to look at someone's page and see if it's appealing for us. Now, is that a bad thing? No, because you kind of like to know what you're getting into.
Literally, why I said it felt like a dating app, bro. I don't. This is not crazy. This is crazy.
But you can
It's
say
just
the
so
same thing.
dumb.
You can say the same thing about. You can say the same thing about TikTok. You can say the same about anything,
True.
girls. You can use anything how you want it to be, but we
That
do
is true.
stalk pages as girls and guys because why not? You know what I'm saying?
Don't disagree.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. No matter what, someone has a stalker account. Most of the time, it be both genders, but most of the time, I don't know what it leans to, but people have stalker accounts for a reason. Remember
Don't
that.
kill me.
You remember that. Sometimes we post just for attention. Younger years, for sure, I did that. You know what I'm saying? On the gram and stuff. I mean, it has happened before. Sometimes we just post for attention.
I
Get
would
back.
been a mean type of guy. Like when I was on Snapchat, I would just post funny memes in my story. Like I would post and then I wouldn't care who viewed it. Cause I'm like, this shit's funny. I'll share it. On
Uh-huh.
Instagram, I
But
post so
that's
people
on the fist,
can.
that's not on the
Yeah.
main. Hey,
No. Okay. You know
more
my
than half
main
the shit
thing.
that you
Yeah.
post on your fist, you wouldn't even think about posting it on your main. Because it's like, what the fuck?
Maybe I should though. Maybe I just should. That's the mentality now, bro. But honestly, I don't think I post for attention. I don't. I mean, don't we all, in a sense, we all post just so people can like our stuff. I guess my mentality is I post this because I like it, and I feel like other people will like it. So why not have people like it? Like why not make everybody happy? That's what I'm thinking. But I guess when you just think that most people when people post, I don't see special posts and be like, oh wow, this is like the best thing I ever seen. I see and I like it. Like a lot of people are more indifferent about other people's lives than they tend to agree. Like, like unless it's one of my main friends who don't post, I'm like, oh yeah, hell yeah. For the most part, if I see something that I know who posts cars, yeah, I'm posting, I'm like, okay, good shit, like and move on. Like it ain't that deep to me. Like it's just Instagram, you know. But definitely when the people who like make it, they're like, I'm only posting certain times, blah blah. When the moon, even me, like I post dumps maybe when I feel like it. But now it's like I don't want to leak too much, but definitely when I'm active again, there will be more stuff. More stuff
Okay,
that's
what's the most toxic thing we can do or you do on social media?
those toxic thing.
Mm.
I think it's wrong to stop people's accounts. I think that's toxic.
You think it's wrong to stalk people's accounts?
I think it's
You,
toxic to stop
you
people's
never stalk an
accounts.
account?
I have before, but not anymore. Like, not like, again, like there's things I don't do that anymore. Like, it's you just kind of stop doing it because it's nothing toxic on some like, oh, you're weird. Like you're looking at them just so you can. It's more. It's just for your own sake. It's just breeds like a mentality that's not good. Because imagine you do find a girl and
Hmm.
then like she has an Instagram account, you're just gonna be looking at that shit, waiting for her to post and be like, for example, you know the whole thing of oh you posted on Instagram or you posted but you didn't respond to my text. It's like that's type of shit that's toxic. Like bro, it's not that deep.
Wait, question though. Let me ask. Girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever which way you want to think about it. I'm mostly from the boy side though. When like let's say your girl posts like Instagram pictures, I mean like bikini pictures and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Is it crazy to say, "Oh, I don't want you to post that"?
Um,
Is that a way of insecurity, or is that just you being straight up and like, I don't want you posting that because this and that.
I'll give you the I'll give you the answer that I'll give the answer that future Maya is going to be able to live
Okay.
out. I will get to a point where that will not affect how I move in life. I would not care actually what someone else posts because that says nothing about me. Right now, I will feel away, but that feeling isn't again based in reality. I'll be like, damn, like, oh, like, why are you posting that for? But it's like, again, like, I can't give you a reason why. It doesn't matter. Again, so like, it's not.
You only care because you think people are going, guys are gonna look at that stuff, not because, not as, obviously she doesn't look good. Obviously she does, which is why she posted it. But you kind of don't want to be that person where it's like, oh, why are you posting that? Because it shows that like you're kind of like uh, what's it called? You're not confident about about the relationship stuff, but it's not, or the insecurity, but it's not really that. I just think you know that's
Well,
asking.
I do think that guys who like when people like when the girls are posting like that, be like, oh, why you posting that? Like that makes you feel like that makes you seem like a whore. Like they'll like use the term whore like a whole blah blah. But it's kind of like even I
Serious though.
never that serious. That's kind
Hey,
of
like, bro, like, let them post what they want to post, bro. Like, make these choices,
yeah. People
because
would think that, or the guys who would post and be like, oh, like I don't want maybe, my family members thinking I'm being a girl. This or oh, like this makes you feel comfortable because guys looking at you, but people are always gonna look at anybody. So like
exactly.
no guy walks around and just thinks every girl like is always in a relationship. Like some people just still see girls and like it's kind of like it's just not that deep, is it? That's what you realize. And again, not having IG. I mean, I don't know what people post. If I was to get a girl, and let's say at that time I didn't have IG, I wouldn't be bothered because she knows I won't have IG. I wouldn't care, And that's the thing. Like, it's just not a. It's it's toxic to care, in my opinion. I think it really is, and it's toxic for your own mentality. Not like in the sense of like a toxic relationship. It's toxic for you because it creates thoughts that aren't real. Like if like unless you like the person you're talking to, vice versa, is
Hmm.
like let's say they got hella if it's a guy and if it's a girl and she has a boyfriend and the boyfriend has a lot of girls in their likes or comments, it's like okay, that's questionable, and vice versa. If it's a guy and the girl you're talking to has hella guys in the comments, okay, that's questionable. But it's
Hmm.
just kind of like are those guys all seeing her in real life? Are those girls all seeing him in real life? It's kind of like it's not real. Of course, like no, there are warning signs. Of course, don't be blind to them. But it's like, bro, come on, like none of this shit like really does matter. Like
Day to day, it's just I just don't think it's never that serious.
it is none of that shit. Like where you
Yeah.
posting and stuff.
Um,
But I don't know. I don't post. I mean, in my post, I was shirtless, but I guess I'm a guy,
and
so
we do all post thirst traps though, so it goes both ways. Yes.
we
Hey, Nick.
we
Hey,
thirst
okay,
trap.
all right. Listen. Okay, could you realistically delete social media for a week? And that's not just Gram. I'm talking about everything. Gram, everything.
This is what I want to do. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. It won't help me anyway.
No, could you? I said, could you realistically delete all of it for a week?
I could. I don't see the benefit because like I'm learning French and stuff, so I wouldn't like it's gonna hold me back.
Right?
But if I was just if I was like wasn't trying to do that, then yeah, I could. I mean, it would be boring, but I
What do you
knew
think you would struggle with the most?
waking up muscle memory looking for the app.
Right?
But I'll just like read my books and play music or whatever and just like go about my day. That's what I would do anyways.
So it's a habit, you think
That's
we
why that's
have.
why I say like it's a habit. Like a lot of people wake up and phone boom. It's kind of like I
Just
wasn't really
leave it,
liking that.
you click on.
I'll wake up and I'll just like look at the time and all that stuff, stay in bed. But when I'm fully up and I get to brush my teeth, then yeah, I'll be scrolling through it. I'm just like, geez, that's not right, is it?
It's not right. You think people are addicted or just bored? I think it might just be both.
Boredom creates addiction. If when you're bored is when
But
you
that's doom
can
scrolling though. That's not nighttime.
no, but think yeah, even but doom scrolling is a habit though. Those habits are created because you have nothing to do. Imagine if every time you just doom scrolled, you read a book or like you were learning a skill. I don't mean that to sound like a guru or something. I mean on some real stuff. Like if
Right?
every time you read a book and you increase your vocabulary, like do you know how much more you know? That's what I mean. Like it's just and that's how you learn a habit of reading. Do schooling is that always of their habits that you learn early and that you get used to. Look at the new generation of the next generation of kids. Like look at the iPads. They're going to be glued to their phones. I think things are going to be different for them. And even with us, we kind of barely escaped it because
Yeah, low key, very barely.
we went to boarding schools who like where they took our phones. We didn't really have that
Ours is
much.
different though.
Ours is
But
different.
see, I like that though because because like, bro, like I remember like it forced us to talk. Like it's not like even now, even in college or in class, and you're like everyone just okay, cool, teacher's talking. You know what I'm saying? when we went to school, you know, uh, our man was just like they took it. It was obviously like, oh, I didn't have my phone in hand, but it was good because we got to know the people around us, dude.
Yeah, that's
It
very
made us
true.
more present in the moment. That's
Yeah.
one thing I'm gonna give that to them. You know what I'm saying? That was very good because we got to see these people for who they are. For we got to talk and engage, and you know what I'm saying. Everyone just kind of knew each other to a certain extent. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So
I get what you're saying.
you think if I was like, okay, yo, man, I'll give you like 200K, 300K. You have to go a week without all of it. Could you?
Yes, for 20K a week. Yeah, but I could do that for a month. The fuck? That's easy. Like, yes, a week is so easy without using social media. That there's just going to class, coming back, sleeping, going to work, like just being tired. At that point, I was just force myself to be tired and sleep most of the time. Like
So the
you
days
see
can go
me,
back quicker.
yeah, you see me, you say, yeah, you see me in the gym, like hooping, like lifting. It's kind of all these things is like it's not. Now, albeit it would be hard. I think it would be hard,
Sure.
like
Because I think
just
it's
muscle
muscle.
memory
Yeah,
wise. Like,
just
yeah,
waking up and trying to find that app. Like I think it's just
yeah.
muscle memory.
If you said took my phone, that would be way more difficult. But even then, for 200K, like, come on, of course, it's simple. Like,
Bro, our phones used to get taken all the time. That's like for me.
again, that's still slight, though, yeah.
Do you think social media changed who you are in a sense?
Think social media changed what?
Who you are?
No.
No.
I think it
Okay.
was about to change who I was. But the thing, it never like social media has never. It just changed how I acted online. In person, I think I always be the same way. Is it like again? That's the dilemma. You know, I would have stayed on Instagram if and maybe you can you get what I'm saying. It would be easy for me to stay on Instagram if I was actually convinced that like if I was not brainwashed, but if I didn't care about any of the signs, I was like, I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. I still care. Like I'm still going even after all the red flags I've seen on the app. Like
Hmm.
I'm like I'll still stay on it. I'm like, come on. At that point, it's kind of the guy's brainwashed. He like, you know. But the fact that there's like the dilemma of the real me not enjoying what the online me was doing is kind of like that's what makes it so like nah like I'm still real regardless. It's just online I wasn't being myself.
Real. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think I have known of some people who I guess are like, you know, my friends, some of those people like, you know, like they just only like online and they just switch up. They just switch up to the online. This kind of this guy isn't real anymore. You know, I know like in like you know like a real friend, who you were, like who you are in real life, isn't if who you were like a few years ago. Like you changed, like but you changed to like something that's like fake online. Like you, for example, you always wants to look your best. Like when you're not, like you're pissed, like you're mad. You know, the guy was kind of like not overdressing for stuff, but like it's like,
Hmm.
gee, we're going Chick-fil-A, bro. Don't need to wear some chrome drip. Like, I promise you, we're not taking pictures. You know, shit like that.
But again, that I think it just goes to like how you just think about it.
Yeah,
Like we tend, I think because of the repetition of like, okay, you know, the grammar stuff. I think we tend like there's obviously a difference. It's like the reality is what you put on the media. You know what I'm saying? Your media doesn't always match your reality, right? But I think your reality should always match your media.
true. That's what I'm saying.
You
That's what
are
I'm
should
saying.
be
Yeah.
here. You know what I'm saying? So, you think more people are confident online than they're in person? Like saying like this, would you shoot like let's say like Instagram baddie? Would you shoot your shot? Would you rather shoot your shot in person or on the gram? That's basically
I like most people rather shoot online. No real risk.
why. Why no risk? No risk, no reward,
I
right?
mean, no risk in the sense of
Because
okay,
if who you are as a person is on your gram, what's the difference,
that is true. That's true.
right?
Yeah, I think people are much more scared of like code approaching because they don't want to get rejected in real life because that's like more damning to the ego than getting rejected. Like it's like yeah, you get rejected on like online. It's like yeah, who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
Because in real life, it's kind of like oh that stings, but you know it's still the same thing. Like, rejection is still rejection. Doesn't really matter what like. I just think it's because people don't actually hear it.
yeah. The
Like, when
fact
you
that
hear yeah, when you hear yeah, that's
yes,
what it's like ah damn, but it's like
yeah.
it all
The fact
doesn't mean
that
anything,
come out
does
of your
it?
voice gives
Yeah.
me a sense of like, you know what I'm
Still doesn't
saying?
mean anything. That's the
Okay,
hilarious part.
if social media disappeared tomorrow, would you feel lost or free? We have no more gram. We go back to like the 19 whatever, was just straight texting. Was just straight.
Me, I think I'll definitely be more. I'm already free, isn't that it? No, I'm joking. I don't want to talk about myself because I don't know per se. I think people would be more free.
Hmm.
People are happy, like, oh, I don't have to see all this stuff, blah blah. Maybe they get overwhelmed. Definitely would be parents would be happy for sure. But kids our age, I think, would be upset because online is where you can actually express love yourself. Discord, Twitter, Reddit, like people find communities and like with people they'll probably never meet in real life. Like even gaming communities that you only see online. So I will say it goes half and half. It really depends who you're talking to. People who are too online and they're addicted, they'll probably be like, what's a good thing. People who maybe they get bullied in real life and they don't have that many friends in real life, and a lot of their friends are online and they get to build community, they'll tell you like, no, that would be hell,
Right.
because they won't be able to connect online. So
Hmm.
there's definitely like that is the good in social media. You really get to meet people that you've never have in 80 years ago you've never met. You probably never knew existed. Now that people like 2 states away, 3 states away, a whole country away that I talk to, that's kind of like, yeah, gee, this was the 90s. We have probably went to school together and you have traveled abroad and I've never ever seen you again unless I
Sure.
went to write letters to you.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is, and that's the beauty of social media. You get to see what they're doing, you get to see what they're posting, how they're, what I'm saying. And if you're privileged, God bless our parents and stuff like that, you get to
Hmm.
see them as well. You get to travel to where they're going to. You get to meet up. So
Sure.
like, social media does keep a lot of people in contact. I will say, but I mean, shit, I don't need Instagram to know whether my friends is doing well or not. I just get their number, you know.
Yeah.
So that's just where that or anything else. So I could, they could send me memes on TikTok, So it's kind of like
Okay. So we got the segment, the segment everyone loves, truth or chop. Okay. I'm gonna ask you
truth or
questions,
chop.
and I'm gonna ask you questions, and I want you to answer them honestly, right? Okay. Have you ever faked a lifestyle online? Okay, because it doesn't bring you anything, right? Like
Yeah,
I just think it's never that serious, bro. Afford what you can afford. You know what I'm saying? Wait, and hold on, and I don't know if it goes to this, but here, me and my man, we went to IHOP on Monday. Also, resort, we're talking to the waiter, right? To the host, I mean the waiter, and you can tell when someone's feeling you, right? So me and my man's peeped that she was feeling me, right? Cool. So I'm like, yo, bro, go to the bathroom. So we ate the
yeah,
food, paid for it. I'm like, yo, bro, go to the bathroom. Let me do what I gotta do. Fool, I'm talking to her, right? It expresses that she's a BN, right? Cool. She's like around our age, right? And so I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And then keep talking. And then I'm like, okay, so are you interested or not? So before that whole conversation, I had given her a tip, like, because, she was cool with us. You know what I'm saying? She pulls out she pulls out the tips I gave her, right? She looks at the tips. She holds it up to the light. And she's like, it's not enough to fuck with me.
what?
Because I gave her $5 because I had $5. So I gave her $5 in like once. She's like, she gotta fuck with me. All these gotta be in hundreds. It's not even flabbergasted.
A lost world we live in. People are
I was like,
lost. People are
who do you
lost.
think you are? What?
That's actually funny. Hey, respects, bro. Hey, respect to her,
And
bro. She know her
I don't know
worth.
how I don't know how you want to relate. I think it relates to social media to a certain extent because again, we're shown or this is how it's
Oh,
supposed to be
if you
and
don't
this
have this, you can't fuck with
it's
me.
like bro and I was like our generation is good. Y'all like because it's the fact that you had the goal. It's the fact that you had the audacity to sit here and say, all of these gotta be 100 if you wanna fuck with me.
Yeah, that's actually funny as that's funny as hell is, bro. That's actually. Wait, what'd you say? What do you tell her?
Huh? Fool, yeah, I just okay, you gotta go. Like, you're bye. Like, yo, what are we
Yeah,
doing?
what do you respond to that?
You,
I
you
was
shoot
laugh
me with
like you're
five.
joking, right?
Listen, and listen, but I don't even normally tip. Like and we've had this conversation so many times at my jobs. I don't normally tip. Like when I go out, it's bad, but it's
Yeah, it's
bad, but
bad.
I have
Yeah.
to get into the habit of doing that. Because look, we went to Fogo for my birthday dinner. I tipped like $20. Cool. Fogo's a high end restaurant.
Sorry,
But
gang.
when it's lower end restaurants, I don't really do that, but I have to start doing it. So I was like, okay, cool, let me just give it to you. I have the
Mm.
five, let me just give it to you. You also have the audacity, bro. Don't fry me. But anyways, that shit. Wow, we've lost
Five
the
hundred dollars, bro. That's what they want, bro.
we have lost the plot completely. I respect the hustle though. lost the plot completely.
Yeah.
What do you think? Okay,
I
right.
do think people like I get what you're trying to compare it to. Like people have like be like, hey, this is my highlights. These are the places I'm traveling to.
Hmm.
If you can't give me this, can't fuck with me. No, no. But I swear to gosh, I don't want to say unless the people who are doing that are extremely vain. Most people, okay, I have friends who they post themselves going on trips. Like, okay, cool. But I talk to them, they're cool, but they're not like that. Like, I don't think I have friends who are like that materialistic and that vain is kind of like, I don't think I've met people like that who are like, if you don't have this, you can't fuck with me, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of like, no one is really like that. And if you are,
Okay,
then I guess you're a dick, but no one is
okay.
really like that.
Okay, let me get this other scenario. Let's say you have your man's right. Your man's are friend with this girl. This girl just happens to be very attractive, right? Let's say she like 5, 6K followers on Instagram, something like that. Okay, we're keeping it medium. She has famous people in her DMs. I've tried to fuck with her. That have probably fucked with her, but she thinks you're attractive, right? So you know she's fucked with like all these verified people. They've definitely probably got her Chanel bags and stuff like that, or taken her to
No
all these places,
bags.
right? All these places, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she wants you.
Mm.
The question is, I think the question at hand is, are you fucking with that? Because you know you can't provide what they did.
Well, I guess the
Just
thing is,
social media thing, right? Yes or no?
yeah, sure.
So your mind, I think your mind goes into flight or flight when it's like, okay, well, I'm just not even gonna try to fuck with her
Yes, I'm
because
going to try, yeah.
yeah, because well, I mean, apparently if she's got blue checks in her gram in her DMs, what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I
just
think
I think at that point you just
fuck
talk
that.
until
Fuck that because if a person generally like at the end of the day, you gotta get to know the person. You know what I'm saying? I think it's fuck that. Once you get to know who that person really is, then it's like you make your own opinion about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's you know what I'm saying? Again, that goes back to social media. Because then it's like, oh, she already had these blue checks in her gram. What's the point of, trying? You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
mean, I'll
crazy.
say just like man, at that point you just yeah, it's like your brain goes into fight or flight mode. Do I not? But like, I
Right.
think just don't ever be compelled to do what you don't want to do. Don't ever let people like if you don't let people like. I think the only person you can trust when it comes to things like this is the source material.
Hmm.
Unless the girl themselves in this scenario is like, "Hey, I expect this.
Hmm.
Don't do it."
But wouldn't you be thinking she's expecting that? Because again, blue
You
checks
would though. You
into the
would.
DM.
I mean, then don't be afraid to disappoint someone.
I guess then,
Never
right?
be,
I guess
yeah, never be
that's
afraid to
the only way
disappoint
to go
someone.
about it.
Yeah, that's the only way. Never be afraid. I said disappoint. I didn't say like make them upset, but never be afraid to be like, damn, I thought he would have done that. Because it's kind of like we're all humans. You just be like, oh, I didn't know. Fuck, like, I mean, I don't think I'm getting no girl no Chanel
For
bag,
sure.
even if I wanted to.
Do you care more about likes than you admit?
Oh, my likes are hidden, or they were hidden. So no, not really.
Well, I think
I don't like numbers.
ever since they had the thing about hiding likes, everyone had likes. Everyone has likes. It doesn't matter. Like as long as I'm posting whatever the fuck I want,
Okay, true. That is true. I guess it is
I'm not
a thing
about it.
of you don't really. I don't like seeing numbers actually. Like I think it does make the app look cleaner when you don't
Yeah,
see 123, 42, whatever. You don't
yeah.
see the amount of comment. It does make it look cleaner. But yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of people do care like how many likes they get. Like people care and like they care if they're not getting enough likes, so they hide it. So that's definitely true.
Okay, okay. Have you ever been jealous of someone online? I'll give this a little, maybe younger when I was younger, but not too.
Yeah, I remember I was younger. Yeah, now I don't. Yeah, no, no, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, no.
You know, would you quit social media if it stopped? Let's say if you're making money from social media, would you quit it if it stopped making you money? Because let's say at this point, like not going, it's not going with your values and what you stand for as a person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd have to. Yeah, if not my values, yeah. You have to make money another way, is there? There's only one way to make money.
right.
Multiple ways. So yeah, I would.
Yeah, I feel you. So I have for you today. I appreciate you joining me on the pod again. Uh, appreciate you joining me on the pod. Guess his mail. All links will be down below for Instagrams and and here you go. He got
I don't
Instagram.
have Instagram. There's no links,
I'm
bro.
just put it in there so like when he does have it, I can.
That's
But
fair. That's
I
fair.
appreciate you for taking the time to be on the pod. I think the biggest thing to take away from this is social media can build you or break you. It just really depends how you use it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How you view things. But again, appreciate you for being on the pod. Follow, subscribe, and
Thank
I
you,
will
sir.
see y'all in the next one. Yep.